right, man. All right, man. Darius, man. Welcome to SiriusXM.
Appreciate you having me, man. It's a
Yes,
blessing.
sir. Yes, sir, man. So just tell me a little bit about yourself, like kind of how you got started with your journey into this musical realm. Like, what was that first little like bug that kind of got you going?
So for me, I played sports my entire life. Since I was 3, I've been playing basketball.
Word.
And I had an academic scholarship to go to Xavier University in Ohio. I ended up going out there for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
Tried out for the basketball team. It was the worst I ever played in my life. I was bouncing the ball off my knee and shit. And then I found out I didn't make the team. So I get back to my dorm that night. And me and my boy Antoine are in the me, Antoine and Carl were out in the room, but Antoine's making beats on GarageBand, and I'm like, "Yo, what is that?" He's like, "What's GarageBand? It's on every MacBook." I'm like, "Say less." So I go back to my dorm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chilling. Boom, made my first beat. I was like, "Oh, nigga, this
Yeah.
is it, bro." Like I knew instantly as soon as I made my first beat, I was like, "This is what God has been waiting on. I was waiting on me for." So made my first beat. Ended up getting sick when I was in Ohio. I have Crohn's disease, so I got sick out there. I missed. Actually, when I was in high school, I missed my entire junior year. I had to take my junior and senior year at the same time. So
Damn.
it was a whole thing, man. I had like 13 pills a day. I had 3 colonoscopies, 3 endoscopies,
Damn.
pill cam. They had to swallow a camera so I could figure out what was going on with my guts and everything. Then I came back to California from Ohio, started making music, started selling cars as well.
Mm.
And then I went to the LA recording school. Since I was already making music and making
Yeah.
beats and everything, I just wanted to learn the business side of everything. So I went, started learning about contracts and sync deals and just everything that I could possibly gather from the school and everything. You know, they have studios there too, so got to meet some dope artists, got to meet some cool people and stuff. I actually had a kid that was 26. We graduated, and then 2 months later, he ends up getting shot outside of his job at Shoe Palace. And I had seen the video online, and I was like, man, that's crazy. Didn't even think about it. A week goes by, my boy hits me up. He's like, yo, did you see what happened to Antoine? I was like, what? Oh, not to Antoine, to Jaren. I was like, dang, what happened? He's like, yo, he got shot. And I was like, wait. So I go back to Twitter. I'm looking for this video. I'm like, wait, ain't no way that was my nigga, bro. So
Yeah.
I found it, watched him get shot, bro, right on camera. I didn't even realize it was him until like a week later. And then it hit me. I was like, you know what? I got to go hard in everything that I do because you just never know when you're going to leave this earth, man. So after that, I met my boy JP. We started working on different music. I took a step back from producing so I could really focus on my voice and my artistry and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I still make beats and I still play the guitar and the piano and everything, but I'm just really focused on just cultivating just the artistry and just making sure that my sound is where I want it to be. Because, you know, when you first start, like, you know what you want to sound like, but you can't quite get to that point yet because you don't know anything yet.
Facts.
So, yeah, man, that's my first introduction to music.
That's dope. That's dope. I mean, well, it's a lot. It was a lot that definitely went on.
Real.
Definitely went on, but you definitely have a story. You know what I'm saying? And it takes it takes a lot for people to get through just whatever it is. Like the basketball thing could have been a mental hurdle in itself that some people wouldn't have been able to get over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like with everything that you've seen collectively, like I respect that you're still standing.
You, man. Thank
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Within that, like, so you always knew that you were kind of a vocalist. Like once you started producing and like you were hearing the words popping up in your head, it wasn't rapping, you were singing type shit.
It was like a sing rap.
Word.
I was never like I have rap songs that I've made in my early stages of my career, but it was always still like melodic rap in a way, you know what I mean? So
Word.
yeah, but it took me a long time to even show people my music because I was just like, it doesn't sound like I want it to sound yet. So, you know what I mean? So I took some months after I graduated for me to even drop a song. Then I dropped a song. My pops was like, yo, this is dope. Let's get in the studio and start working on some more shit. I was like, hey, say less. So
Yeah.
me and my pops ended up starting a label together and then just been going from there, man. Just dropping music and meeting as many people as I can and just trying to take over.
Now, how did New Mexico like help shape like your musical diaspora? Because it seems like it may have been like a melting. I've never really been to New Mexico,
Yeah.
so I don't know if it's like if it's like a melting pot situation or if it's like a sectioned off situation. Like
it was like a sectioned off. I felt like, I grew up in a town of like 30,000 people.
Word.
So growing up in a small town like that, you kind of feel like you're on a platform anyways. Everybody's just watching what you're doing. They talk about, like, I'll be driving down the street and in my dad's car when I first graduated, and he'd call me like 5 minutes later, be like, hey, you need to slow the hell down. I see you. Somebody called me about you driving and shit. I was like, oh, man.
That's crazy.
So it was just stuff like that, man. Just dating anybody, everybody's going to know about it. You do something bad. I almost got arrested one time when I was in 8th grade. Yeah, it was crazy. I was driving to go see this girl.
In the 8th grade?
A little bit, ended up dipping, and then on my way back, I was riding my bike fast as hell, and I see this cop like coming. He's turning left on the corner, and I see him. So I'm like, ugh. So I turn and I'm trying to go. I'm booking it. He hits his lights. He catches me. He's like, "Hey man, what are you doing out here? Blah 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 blah. You passed curfew." He wanted to take me to jail so bad, bro. I could see it in his eyes. But he ended up calling it on the radio. On the radio, my mom knew one of the ladies that was working that night. So she comes, she calls my mom. She's like, "Hey, come pick your son up. They're trying to book him and everything. Blah 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 blah. It's gonna be on his record." So I wasn't the greatest kid growing up. I been through a lot of just not so great things. I did a lot of not so great things, but it shaped me for who I am today. To just know that not everybody comes from the greatest backgrounds all the time, and it shapes you, helps you get to where you're going and stuff. So yeah.
Nah, real curfew being that strict out there is crazy though.
It's crazy, man.
I'm trying to take you to jail, bro. Get off me. All right, so we up into this point, man. Fill My Cup. Like, what gave you that confidence to like put this song on display? Because you said it took a while for you to drop your first song. So
yeah, so Fill My Cup is the most recent release. That song, I just felt like I'm tapping back in with my real roots. The Afro beat, the way that it's hidden everything, and I made that song with Cool and Dre in Miami.
Word.
In December last 2023, I made that song. But when I was making that song, my boy JP from California, he called me. He's like, "Yo, like, don't be mad at me, but we got robbed." He's like, "Yo, somebody stole my laptop out of my boy's Jeep."
Yeah.
I'm like, wait. But I'm such a good mood because I just finished this song. I'm like, you know what? We good, bro. Don't worry about it. God has us, bro. Everything happens for a reason. And it did, because I had a song called Like We Used to before. I had the vocals done for it. The song was done. We were about to upload it the next day. Then that shit happened. I had to go and re-record like 6 months worth of music all over again. He had to do all the beats again. It was crazy. Yeah. So when people talk about LA like being, kind of crazy out there, getting robbed, and my neighbors got robbed one time. They came back twice actually. They came back in the morning, robbed them. Came back in the nighttime, robbed them, and took their safe. Like it was a whole thing, bro. And then like 4 of the other neighbors in that same cul-de-sac got robbed.
Yeah, I about to say LA, man, especially in that summertime, bro. It's different, bro. People be thinking shit sweet, bro. Don't go out to LA not paying attention.
Man, for real.
Nah, facts, man. So, all right, so that's the single that we're pushing as of right now, Fill My Cup. What else can we be expecting from you, like for the rest of the year?
I got a song called Roll It coming up real soon. It's supposed to be dropped already, but I had to work on the cover art. It's been taking a little longer than expected. You
do a lot of your cover art yourself?
No, I have people who do it. I like to I hire photographers and stuff like that. People that I mess with and stuff. My boy Stocks actually he worked on it with me. So
facts.
Yeah, it should be amazing, man. I'm excited for this new journey. I feel like I'm finally really finding my sound. You know what I mean? Like the Afro beats and really tapping in with the R&B and hip hop and just I never wanted to be like a one-trick pony. I never wanted to be one genre of anything. I made country music, I made EDM music, rock music, I've made hip-hop, R&B, Afro beats, just anything you could think of. Like, I've tried it at least. I've experimented with this so I could figure out if that was something for me, if my fans wanted to hear that and stuff. So yeah.
That's real. I did want to touch on like, working with Cool and Dre, like that experience itself. Like, I know you said you were hyped, but then you got robbed. But like,
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Yeah.
It was dope. I was with Cool and Dre. Busta Rhymes had FaceTimed him. And like, it was my first time ever like being on FaceTime with Busta Rhymes. He's talking to me, bro. He's like, man, he was saying I can't even say what he was saying. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, for real, he was going nuts, man. He was a vibe though, just a vibe for real. I think he was out of the country. It was right. It was the same day I got there. It was the same day that he dropped.
What, the album?
Yes.
Word. Okay.
So I got to listen to the whole album before it came out, and I was like, yo, this. My mind was blown. I was like, damn, Busta's still going crazy after all this time. Like, he's still at the top of the game, man, for real. Just doing his thing. I'm really proud of him, man. Then I met him again when I went to, he came to Miami, and he ended up we went to the club together. And as soon as I get there, I'm like, yo, what up, man? I don't know if he remembered me or anything, but he was just like, yo, we good. Got me on my shoulder, pushed me in the club. I'm like, hey, I guess we going in, bro. It was crazy, man. It was a vibe. But yeah, I've had some good experiences with Cool and Dre.
Like, I recognize you.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was dope, man.
That's what's up. So like to touch on it, who would you say like some of your early musical influences were?
Marvin Gaye, Prince, Michael Jackson.
Word.
My top 3. Andre 3000 too. I love Outkast. Jay-Z. I love Kanye, man. Old Kanye is like just even the new Kanye. He got some fire music still.
Yeah.
He's still at the top of his game. You know, he has that cult following. There's no matter what he does, no matter what he's selling, they gonna buy everything.
They love
shoes,
Ye, man.
Tickets, socks, with you know what I mean? Like anything, bro. Like his business module that he does, and he capitalized on it is just amazing to me to watch. Like a businessman,
crazy work.
like a musician turn into a straight businessman. Like he's still doing it too. You know what I mean? So watching them just keep going it's amazing.
Yeah, that's dope, man. But you definitely had a strong 3 off top with that Marvin Gaye, Prince, and Mike Jack.
I love listening to Kendrick. I grew up listening to a lot of Kendrick, like The Art of Peer Pressure, like that. Good Kid, Mad City. What's the other album? Section 8, I think.
Section 80.
Section 80, yeah, man, that's fire, man.
Yeah, man. HOC, baby.
Nah, man. For
All
real.
the real smokers, yeah. But yeah, man. So, like, I know that you've had like, you know, this crazy past and this crazy work, but if there's anything that you can tell somebody that may be going through some of the things that you went through in order to, you know, continue to try to thrive in this music business, what would you share with them?
Give it to God.
Yeah.
Because his plan for you will always be greater than anything that you could imagine for yourself. I never imagined myself. Like, I'm on tour right now. We just performed in New York, and they were lit, man. Like, even my dad was like, man, I had a tear in my eye watching you perform in New York. Like, that's the media capital of the world. Like, I never imagined myself in these positions, in these rooms with these people. Like, never imagined Busta Rhymes be pushing me into a club and, like, turn it up with me. You know what I mean? So just allow God to take the wheel, no matter what it is that you're doing, whether you selling burgers, whether you selling shoes, you selling music, you know, anything that you're doing, man, just allow God to just step in and just do what he does. Because his plan is always going to be greater than anything you could imagine for yourself. And I truly believe that.
Yeah, that's real, bro. I accept that message all the way. I couldn't say it, you know, any better myself, because that's what I did in my testament too. Man. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely appreciate your time, bro. Appreciate your energy. I'm excited to see where your career goes from this point going forward, man. And you know, we always here for you anytime you need us.
I appreciate you, man. It's love.
Yeah, love, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it.